Chapter 14. Power of Attorney. On July 30th, 1991, Leslie Wexner executed the following Power of Attorney document. Know all men by these presents that I, Leslie H. Wexner, residing at 361 North Parkview, City of Bexley, County of Franklin, State of Ohio, do hereby constitute and appoint Jeffrey E. Epstein, with offices at the Villard House, 457 Madison Avenue, New York, 10022, as my true and lawful attorney in fact, for me and in my name, place, and stead, and for use and benefit. Number 1. To grant, transfer, and convey any portion or all of any right, title, interest, or estate I now or may have in any real property or personal property wherever located, as my said attorney in fact may determine, 1. To any trustee under any trust created for my benefit, and 2. To any partnership, corporation, or other business entity, in exchange for any interest in said partnership, corporation, or other business entity, or 3. To any person for such consideration as my said attorney in fact may determine in exchange for real or personal property. Number 2. To ask, demand, sue, recover, collect, and receive all sums of money, debts, dues, accounts, legacies, interest, dividends, and annuities, as are now or shall hereafter become due, owing, or payable to me, and have, use, and take all lawful means in my name for the recovery thereof, and to compromise and agree to the same, and give acquittance or other sufficient discharge for the same. 3. To make, seal, and deliver, bargain, contract, agree for, purchase, receive, and take any lands, tenements, and appurtenances, and accept the possession of all lands and all deeds, and to lease, let, bargain, sell, release, convey, mortgage, and hypothecate any lands, tenements, and appurtenances upon such terms and conditions as my said attorney in fact shall think fit. 4. To bargain and agree to buy, sell, mortgage, and in any way and manner deal in and with goods, wares, and merchandise, chooses in action, and other property, tangible or intangible, and to make, do, and transact all and every kind of business of whatsoever nature and kind. 5. To sign, seal, execute, deliver, endorse, accept, and acknowledge checks, drafts, warrants, agreements, deeds, leases, mortgages, bills of lading, bonds, notes, receipts, releases, and satisfactions of mortgage, judgments, debts, and partnership agreements. 6. To incur and pay expenses on my behalf, including but not limited to reasonable attorney's fees and the like, to employ or engage the services of any persons or firms that my said attorney in fact may deem desirable to perform services for my benefit, and to pay for such services out of my assets. 7. To borrow money with or without personal liability, and to secure its repayment by bond and mortgage, security interest, deed of trust, pledge, or otherwise. 8. To purchase and carry, at my expense, insurance of such kinds, and in such amounts as my said attorney in fact deems advisable to protect me and my assets against liabilities. 9. To purchase obligations of the United States of America, including but not limited to obligations which are redeemable at par in payment of federal estate tax liability. 10. To execute all consents, elections, agreements, and other instruments necessary to obtain, compromise, or extend any rights under the Internal Revenue Code of 1986. 11. To execute an instrument or disclaimer on my behalf pursuant to the provisions of the Ohio Revised Code. And 12. To do all the acts, take all the proceedings, and exercise all the rights, powers, and privileges which I might do, take, or exercise with respect to any of my assets. Giving and granting said attorney in fact full power and authority to do and perform every act necessary and proper to be done in the exercise of the foregoing powers as fully as I might or could do if I was physically present, with full power of substitution and revocation, hereby ratifying and confirming all that my said attorneys in fact shall lawfully do or cause to be done by virtue hereof. The rights and powers granted herein which I, invest in my attorneys in fact shall be in full force and effect on July 30th, 1991, and shall remain in effect until such time as I record with the County Recorder of Franklin County, Ohio, written notice of revocation of such authority. This power of attorney shall not be affected by my disability, incapacity, or incompetency, or lapse of time. In witness hereof, I have signed my name at 2 Limited Parkway, Columbus, Ohio, this 30th day of July, 1991. Signature acknowledged in the presence of Lawrence Newman, Leslie H. Wexner. This instrument was prepared by Robert S. Schwartz, Esquire, of the law firm of Schwartz, Kelm, Warren, and Rubenstein in Columbus, Ohio. In 1991, the tax returns for the Leslie H. Wexner Charitable Fund, EIN 31-1318013, filed their tax returns for private foundation as required under Internal Revenue Service 990-PF form. On page 5 of the 990-PF document, under the list of officers and trustees, is listed Jeffrey E. Epstein of L. Brillo Way, Palm Beach, Florida, as Secretary and Director of the Charitable Fund.